Sure. But commonly in your practice, which one do you see?
Mostly I see that of the restriction, food restriction.
Food restriction.
Yes. Calorie restriction.
Which one is that? Is it okay? So that's got to do those who want to lose weight.
Those who want to lose weight, and they tend to do it obsessively. Yes.
Why is everybody obsessed with losing weight?
So should I say this? One time I went to Kumasi South Hospital. Then I was an undergrad. I wasn't feeling well. Immediately I walked to the consulting room, and the doctor told me, was like, "Why are you thin like that?" That was the first comment. Get it? But then you walk out and you also see people. You're looking nice. You're a dietitian. Oh, this is Fiani. And people admire. Meanwhile, a medical person told me, "Why are you eating like that?" Okay, so it leaves you with certain comments. And bad comments leave you with certain emotions, and then your urge to reduce your weight.
Okay,
so body shaming.
Okay, so usually when somebody, especially for those who are plus size, people will see you. And you know, Ghana, we have some very funny, descriptive adjectives for people who are big.
Exactly.
Oyobolobo. So the person feels bad about themselves.
Very bad.
Okay.
Very bad.
Okay.
So I hate body shaming.
Okay.
I hate body shaming.
I know, I can understand, because you know, self-image is equal to self-worth.
Sure.
So a lot of people have a poor self-worth because they think that
they don't fit in.
Yes.
They don't fit in.
But when you open all the social media apps, everybody's slim there.
Everybody is slimming down. But are they doing it the right way?
We'll come to that in a bit. Are you trying to lose weight, and are you even doing it the right way?
Thank you.
But let's go back to the eating disorders. You're saying it's usually linked with emotion.
Yes.
So let's pick on, let's say, people who get... Birthday was just last week. So, Grace, I won't ask you anything. Don't worry.
You can. Feel free.
Did you get any gift on Val's Day?
Did I get any gift on Val's Day?
The way you're thinking about it.
Yes, I did.
Not from your patient, though.
Not from my patient.
Not some small
but from my
chocolate,
nutritionist.
Too. Look at that.
Thank you.
I'm talking about a proper Val's Day gift. You didn't get some. You should have
from
told.
My nutritionist.
What did she give you?
A chocolate.
No comment. So maybe someone was looking forward to a very wow factor Val's Day. You know, some money bouquet. The things people like. Some money bouquet, some champagne, some phone, some car, some dinner in the evening, cupcakes and those things. And she waited, I didn't come. Broken heart. And then they resort to eating.
Exactly.
What's the link? Like, why? I don't get it. Like, why would you eat when you are sad?
Why would you eat?
Like, why would you overeat when you are sad? Let me put it that way.
Okay, so most of the types, common types, we have the binge eating disorder, anorexia nervosa. There's another one, bulimia nervosa, which I call the binge and purge.
Binge and purge.
Yes. And then we have the other ones we mostly do not talk about, which is the pica. I'll talk about them, don't worry. I was explaining each of them.
You have to explain them. Because the nutrition school, I didn't go with you.
Oh. We have the pica, we have the rumination disorder. We have that of the night eating disorder.
Night eating disorder. Which okay.
Okay.
Let's pick the one after the other.
Right. Okay.
But I'm interested in starting with the night eating disorder.
Night eating disorder.
Which one is that one?
So eating frequently, excessively at night, most especially after awakening. So you see, there are certain people, they will sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll feel hungry during the night. They mostly do that. I have clients who intentionally buy biscuits.
They intentionally buy biscuits.
Intentionally buy biscuits and put it in their bedroom. And they'll tell you that,
Mm-hmm.
and they will take it. Some buy drinks,
Uh-huh.
put it in their bedroom, and then midnight they will take it.
I see.
Yes.
Okay, so someone has sent me a message. And he's saying that night eating can become a very bad habit because you get used to waking up and eating.
Exactly.
Ask her how to actually stop that habit. So they wake up at night
They wake up at night
to eat,
to eat,
regardless of the time.
regardless of the time.
Ooh, and that's like
And mostly
habit.
these people, these are the people that are on weight loss course too.
Oh.
Yeah. Most of them are on weight loss because they want to lose weight. So they, throughout the day, their meal timings and the quantities they are taking are wrong.
Okay. But, okay, so these are people who are on weight loss journeys.
Most of them.
And it's like they've starved themselves to the point that at night they have to eat something.
They have to eat something.
It
becomes so addictive.
Okay, let me bring you back a bit. Why is that when people want to lose weight, they don't talk to you guys? Or like they don't come in, if you're listening and want to lose weight, don't go on Snapchat and TikTok. Yes, don't go on social media handles. Go and talk to a professional. Because if you are snacking at night, it means that you're probably starved in your sleep.
Exactly.
And you're saying that when they start eating at night, it becomes a habit.
Yes, an addictive something. So at night, if you don't wake up, they'll tell you,
And that night eating, does it really matter what? Because some people will just eat a biscuit or a drink, but some too eat heavy.
Some will eat heavy.
And then go to bed again.
Go to bed again. They wouldn't even pick up their plates and everything from the room.
They just leave everything there.
Let's go back to bed.
This is 107.9 Orange FM, and this is the Health Lounge, and we're talking this morning about eating disorders. And one has just come up, night eating. And Grace just told us that usually eating disorders are linked to emotions, on either side, either on the very happy side or on the very sad side. But if you're listening and you have a comment about night eating, maybe you're listening and you have that night eating problem, I want to hear from you. How did it start and how are you coping with it? And do you think it's time to see somebody about it? So send me a WhatsApp or a voice note on 0593932 993 0593932 993. So what we call nkete, is it a real thing?
It's a real thing though. I think most of us, we actually experience it one way or the other.
Okay.
But we just don't take notice of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. We experience it
one way or the other, but then we don't take notice of it.
But for somebody who doesn't know what nkete is, what is nkete? Because a lot of these local expressions is difficult to
explain, no. But then the science and things. So there's this kind of shivering, that kind of sweating, shivering and sweating, and then mostly when it happens that way, you mostly see that a typical example is someone who is in a hypo state.
Okay.
Hypo state.
Someone in a hypo state.
Yeah, hypoglycemia.
Hypoglycemia state.
Yeah.
But for somebody who is not
a diabetic,
like a diabetic, somebody who is not a medical person, so hypoglycemia is more of like you haven't eaten for a long time, and like so
that's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
So then if you free beat so And you realize that immediately you take some drink, you're okay. You're okay. Within the shortest possible time.
But why are people starving themselves so much during the day that at night they are hungry? It's just because they want to lose weight.
And so then we come to what we call the autorexia.
Autorexia?
Yes. It's not common.
Today I shall brought a book.
It's not common, but then what happens is that these people, they are so obsessive about ingredients, checking ingredients on food labels.
Okay.
The nutritional content.
Yeah.
So with this notion that I want to live healthy, I want a healthy lifestyle, I want to lose weight, I'm just looking out for whatever I'm taking. If you are doing it compulsively, obsessively, it's an eating disorder.
So a lot of people are listening and they are learning and then unlearning a lot of things.
Exactly.
So there are some people who obsessively check food labels.
Obsessively.
But we must check food labels, no?
You you must. You have to. But then doing it obsessively, as you go to the mall, you go to the supermarket, you pick this. No, this one has too much calories, too much fat. I'm not taking it. And such people, when you give them food, they try to notice each and every calorie. In the food. You get it. So you're doing it obsessively.
0593932993. That's a WhatsApp line. 0593932993. Send me your WhatsApp or your voice notes. And tell me what you think about the conversation so far. This is the Orange Health Lounge, and it's 34 minutes past 8 o'clock here on Kumasi's Music Leader, Orange 107.9 FM. And we're learning this morning that there are people who obsessively check labels. Obsessively. But I mean, I thought checking the labels was a good thing.
It's a good thing. But then checking them, looking out for them. You see, I always say that there is no good food and there is no bad food. I have this saying. It depends on how you are taking it.
There's no good food, there's no bad food. So let's let me read the message that someone has. I'm going to read it word for word. So what he's saying is that the way he likes his food is such that he eats what he feels like eating. So he's wondering if that's an eating disorder. He says, Doc, I can feel like eating fufu in the morning and feel like eating fufu with a different soup in the afternoon.
Is that an eating disorder?
I don't know. But I know there are some people that, especially when it comes to something like fufu, it's like it's in their blood.
No, that is not. I don't think that is an eating. That's what you love. That's your love for fufu, right? So what matters is in what way, the way and manner you are taking it. You get it. With regards to the quantity. Apart from the quantity, whatever you are taking it with. The timing. Which is very important.
Okay. We'll come to how people should plan
because
their
you like
meals.
fufu, will you eat fufu at 11 p.m.?
I know somebody who does.
Immediately goes to bed.
I know somebody who does.
So if it becomes consistent that way, we might consider I want to be an eating disorder.
Yeah. Okay. So there is late. The person has sent a message. The person who eats fufu at 11 p.m. has sent a message. I won't mention her name, but yes, I know it's you. 11 p.m. she will eat the fufu.
And goes to bed.
I'm sure she will.
Each and every day.
If she had her own way, she would do that. But, so we've done the late night eating, which you say becomes habit because usually people are trying to lose weight and they're not doing it the right way.
Exactly.
And you talked about the autorexia. That's the people who are checking the labels obsessively. Okay. What other kind of eating disorder do we have?
Okay, so the other one is avoidant or restrictive one.
Avoidant or restrictive?
Restrictive.
Which one is that one?
So mostly we are concerned about the calories intake.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do is that they restrict their calories intake. And mostly they restrict their calories intake. And then it has nothing to do with their weight too. They are not on a weight course journey.
Mm-hmm.
But they just want to restrict calories.
Where are people learning these things from?
Social media.
Sometimes it baffles me when people come to hospital with their own ideas about some of these things.
Yes.
So let's say I don't understand calories. How do I determine how much I'm supposed to eat in a day? And does it, really matter if, let's say, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm big, I'm small? Does it matter? Because people don't know calories.
Okay. Okay, fine. So it really matters.
Okay.
Each and every individual has a caloric intake.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, an amount you are supposed to take within a day. Some are 1,500 kilocalories, others are 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
So with diet plan, I always say that it's a personalized one.
Okay.
You don't visit a friend and just look at whatever the plan the person has and then copy it and go and practice it.
Okay.
It has been designed. Before you plan a diet for someone, it has been designed based on the nutritional status of the person, considering the weight, the height, some of the biochemical details of the person. We consider all these things before we plan a diet for someone. So before you can determine that I'm supposed to take 1,000 kilocalories, you need to see a health professional. So you just don't wake up and tell yourself that in the morning I'm just going to take vegetable salad. Afternoon, I'll eat one soup ladle or one stew ladle of white rice.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the evening I'll take smoothie.
You don't just wake up and decide.
You just don't wake up and decide.
But where were all the dietitians when everybody was doing keto diet? You people, like,
that
where were
is-
you?
We are around though.
I didn't say anything.
We said so many things.
I didn't
And we are
hear.
still saying it.
Because people are adopting diets that's, celebrities are endorsing or someone is endorsing. And like you're saying, you can't just wake up and decide I'll eat salad in the morning.
No,
It's a bad thing.
it's about time.
So
You see a dietitian.
you just see a dietitian because
See a
the
dietitian.
plan is based on your weight.
Weight, your height,
Okay.
you get it. Your weight, your height, some of the biochemical factors. And to the extent we even look at your social culture and then your economical factors.
It's true.
So you can't tell a market woman, you get it, looking at the income of the person, to go to European markets and go and buy broccoli.
I remember with broccoli.
Go and buy broccoli, vegetable.
It's true. All these students and stuff who want to lose weight.
How do you tell someone with a low income
Okay.
to go and buy that?
Well, yeah, because the cost of the
Thank you.
ingredients.
So before we come out with a plan, a lot of things go into it.
If you're listening, this is news for you. Because I remember when there was this, I don't know, there was all this period, this craze about, it's not just keto, there was a craze about eating well, which was not bad in itself. But the ingredients or the components of what people were going to eat, I found that it didn't make
So
sense.
that actually works, I'm telling you. It works.
It works.
It works. That's the truth.
But it's not for everybody.
It's not like it's not for everybody. It's not appropriate for weight loss. Check.
No, say it again. You're saying keto diet works.
It works.
But it's not appropriate
It's
for
not appropriate
for weight loss.
for weight loss, Jenny.
So
This is because it's not sustainable.
okay. It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable. For how long? You might end up developing ketones.
Yeah. Please, people, if you want to go on any weight loss journey, all right, see a dietitian. I can't emphasize that enough. Don't decide on your own that you're going to do this. See a dietitian and get them to advise you. Okay? Get them to advise you on what exactly you should be doing. Okay? So we'll come to the more common ones than me, I can say so. Like all this anorexia and things. But someone sent a voice note, so I want us to play it and we'll continue the conversation.
Dr. Jima, please, good morning. Dr. Jima, I am really your fan, and I really love listening to you and your guests when they come every Saturday. I have a little question that I want to clear my mind about it. Is that, there are certain medicine, okay, and when you are being given, you are instructed to maybe take food before you take the medicine. Let's say they will ask you maybe 10 o'clock, take food before you take your medicine, or 12 o'clock midnight, take this food before you take this medicine. So in this instance, what kind of food would you take or would be appropriate in that night when you are being prescribed to be taking medicine, but you have to eat before you take that medicine? Thank you. I don't know my question.
All right. 0593932993. That's the number to send a voice note or a text on. And thank you for always doing the listening. I'm always elated when people see me and they say, "Hey, I listened to you." So like he's saying, sometimes you're on medication. And they say you have to eat at a certain time to take the medicine.
Medications are for a period of time.
Okay. So that one maybe it's for a week or something.
Probably for a month.
Okay.
When you are done, you shouldn't eat at night.
But we have established that night eating is a disorder.
It's a disorder.
But
if you are doing it frequently, excessively, it becomes a disorder. But someone who is taking drugs with food for about a month.
But I mean, it's been established in all sorts of research and everything that a lot of eating disorders have got to do with psychological,
mental.
Yes, mental health.
Yes.
So when people come to see you and you realize that this has a lot of mental health components, do you link them up with a psychiatrist or a psychologist?
Yes, I think when you came to my place, you saw there was a psychiatric unit closer to my place.
Yes. Your unit is next to psychiatry unit.
Yes. So mostly I get clients from them. I also send for clients to them.
If someone is listening, maybe they have a friend, a relative, someone who they know has developed an eating disorder, how do you even go about the whole process of bringing a person to a dietitian? So, it's difficult
to convince the
person that this is a disorder,
that you have an eating disorder. So we have various ways you can go about it. Let's go and see a dietitian so that he can help us draw a personalized plan to help us live a healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
You get it? When you come to the hospital and you see a dietitian, the rest of the work is for the dietitian. You don't do anything about it as the caregiver. So the dietitian will interact with the patient, get to know the history, take the diet history, which is one of the most important aspects when it comes to our work. You take the diet history of the person. That is the usual intake of the person. And that will bring out most of the issues we are talking about. Whether the person is experiencing any of the disorders we are talking about. So when you are done with planning a healthy meal for the person, and you see it's more of an eating disorder, you refer to the person to see a psychiatrist.
Let me read this comment that has come in. So someone says, "Good morning, Dr. Jima. My challenge is that the the food I'm eating that is making me gain weight is next to my office. Now he's saying that when I get to work at 9 a.m., by 10 a.m., I'm already at the fufu joint. I have been doing this consistently for the past 3 years. Listening to you now, I think I have an eating disorder.
So as I said, by the end of today's section, we will get to know whether you have an eating disorder or not. Because probably whatever you are doing is an eating disorder. But then, how did the person get to know that it's the fufu that is making him or her gain weight? That is one. So before you could say that this particular thing is the results of whatever weight gain I'm getting. A lot of things goes into it. So I have clients who will tell me, I don't eat anything. And when you take the usual intake of the person, yes, the person doesn't take anything. But this person is consistently taking carbonated drinks, taking all these fizzy drinks. And then the notion behind it is, and it's not food.
Yeah.
Forgetting that there are calories in it.
Okay. So the person is not eating like food, but they are taking other things.
And so like minum so cry na my kesi.
Yes. Yes. So they are eating probably not in their mind, not like food,
No food.
but they're taking things that are high caloric. As for the fizzy drinks and those drinks, people don't even count it as.
We don't count it. But they are really working.
So someone says, I'll mention your name. He says, please, I hardly eat lately, but I keep gaining weight. I eat once a day.
And the person really sure he eats once a day. So probably the once a day is the actual food. The
actual food.
He gets it. But then sure that you might be taking snacks.
That's the last time I saw you eating bran flakes with a lot of milk and something.
And then you don't classify that as food.
So anything you're putting into your mouth, whether drink, it's food.
It's food.
And sometimes those things have higher calories than even the food that we sit down to eat.
Than the food that you are taking. So that's what I'm saying, the fufu person. It might not be the fufu.
Okay. Okay.
Depending on the quantity and the timing.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
It might not be as responsible. And then one thing we should take note of, I think I saw a few older men.
Yeah. Exercising. Yeah.
It's garbage in, garbage out.
Grace, why are you saying that?
Garbage in, garbage out. Energy balance. Energy input, energy output. So whatever you are taking in, make sure that
you are burning it.
You are burning it. So when you burn it excessively, it becomes a disorder.
Okay. So don't over-exercise.
Don't over-exercise.
And if you're exercising, you should exercise adequate enough. Okay. You see, we don't get all of these things. So it's very difficult, isn't it?
It's very difficult. And mostly when these keep fit and all that, when they are done to, you see them at the various joints.
I know some people who are playing very good tennis this morning, but as soon as they finish, they'll spend 3 hours chewing catfish.
Okay.
So it's garbage in, garbage out.
Garbage in, garbage
Are
out.
there any symptoms that somebody will get and then they'll say, I think I'm developing an eating disorder?
Yes.
Like?
Okay, fine. So frequently when you are eating uncontrollably, even when you are full.
Even when you're full?
Even when you are full. You are eating uncontrollably, frequently, even when you are full. And then that of this feeling guilt, ashamed about your eating behavior. You get it? about your eating behavior. And then skipping meals.
Skipping meals.
Skipping meals. Excuses to skip meals.
Sometimes it's not a fault too. Sometimes you're running late. And you're always running late.
But then there's this food flags that can be kept in there.
Me, I don't like food flags.
Oh. This stylish one, what is it called?
Well, like a Stanley Cup.
Thank you.
It's too expensive. But there are signs that will tell you that.
Exactly.
So when you're feeling guilty about your eating pattern.
Yes. And that's of the bulimia nervosa. That one is quite difficult to notice because they mostly do it in private. So that's the binge and purge.
So
you see them mostly going into isolation and then going to the washroom frequently. Immediately after eating, they feel full. But then when they are done eating, they eat excessively large amounts of food within the shortest possible time.
Yeah.
And when they are done, they feel, I've taken too much. I'll gain weight. Then they rush to purge.
When is it to purge? Is it to vomit? Or so they eat, they realize that they've eaten a lot. Then they go and force themselves to vomit.
Sure.
And that is a condition.
That is a condition.
It's called what? Bulimia.
I call it bulimia nervosa. I call it binge and purge.
Wow. And people have that.
People really have it.
You mentioned another one, anorexia.
Anorexia. Yes. So that's mostly, it comes with the restrictive calories. Yes. Mostly characterized by loss of weight and overpowering desire to be thin.
But the person is coming to you and looks at the dietitian.
You see, she does thin.
Her dietitian has, in her own words, in my guest's own words, she said the dietitian has Sisyphean. So the person wants to look like you.
The person wants, you see. So mostly when I visit churches for these educational talk, nutritional talk, immediately I'm giving the microphone. My first comment is, "Mo bia nsheme."
You were born like this.
I was born like this.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
The quantity I will take, I can take mostly at Afo, they will come and see me eating at the canteen. I'll be eating banku. When I'm done, you wouldn't even notice that I've eaten. So when will be me? So coming to see a dietitian, and that's where we have problems. When you see a dietitian, the dietitian has put on weight. The obekache will be our own fat. But then one thing about this weight thing is, when I pick up the microphone, I tell them that the fact that I look like this doesn't mean that I'm healthy.
Okay.
Because based on some of the assessments we conduct, we get to know that even someone who is slim might have a lot of body fat as compared to someone you might see so fat. You might classify the person as fat, but then probably is muscular, not fat.
Not fat. Someone is saying, what is, okay, we'll come to your question in a bit, but so we've talked about anorexia, which is the person wants to be excessively thin. So what, like they don't eat at all?
Self-starvation.
Wow.
Then excessive exercises to burn calories.
Okay, so they are starving. And then they are over-exercising. So over-exercising is what? What exactly is that?
Okay, so as I said, garbage in, garbage out. So we are looking at the calories you are taking in. So such a person, immediately after eating, no, come exercise. The person can exercise for like, probably what the person took was just a fist of banku. And then probably 3 soup ladders of okra stew, okra soup. Obekwa akojina park, I exercise be 3 hours. Why? What is that one?
I want to bend the banku.
Why?
Because I want to bend the banku.
But you need the energy to work.
Okay, that one too is there. Okay. So it's about exercising.
In relation to the number of calories you are taking in.
Okay. You mentioned pica, or some people say pica. What is that one?
The excessive intake of non-food items.
What kind of non-food items? I mean,
Yes,
I don't understand. Explain to me.
So you've heard of what they call, I think, chili.
Yes.
Yes.
The big clay.
The big clay, and then that of dust. I think I did this thesis on food taboos among pregnant adolescents.
Okay.
And then you will realize that most of the pregnant women are culprits when it comes to the pica.
Okay. It's like they won't eat that shiri.
Exactly. They are craving for it.
What about people who want to eat things like, I know people want to eat things like ice cubes.
Ice cubes, they are part of it.
That one is an eating disorder.
Yes.
Oh.
True.
But ice is nice. Oh.
Some even will have to, in the morning, they just have to go and pour water on the dust. Then will be sitting closer to it, be taking it till they are okay. Yeah.
So that's extreme. People eat dust. People eat the bent clay or the clay. Ice. You say ice.
Even creams.
They eat creams.
Pomades.
Wow. No one is a disorder.
That one is a disorder. But the ice cubes are not disorder.
Oh, but ice cube. Yeah.
But then you're taking it excessively, frequently, compulsively, right?
There are some people who always need their water to have ice cubes in it, and then they'll be chewing it.
Without ice cubes, you can't take water.
Oh, okay. So that's a disorder.
That's a disorder.
But it's common. Sometimes it comes with pregnancy, then maybe after pregnancy it goes away.
True.
Yes,
but
for
then
some
we have
people.
Individuals who are not pregnant.
And then they still.
I had a friend, Rebecca Chini, and then immediately after lectures, you just go and open the refrigerator, and then we'll be scraping off the ice and be taking it. Take it for like 5 minutes, and it'll be okay. She'll be okay with it. She does that always, daily.
So that's an eating disorder.
That's an eating disorder.
Then eating disorders are very broad, isn't it?
They are broad though.
But okay, so let me read this message quickly for you. Someone is saying that this one I think it's just he's saying that Doc, I like fish head. And if I eat any fish, I have to have the head. Please ask your guest if I have an eating disorder.
Oh.
Great. This person is saying that they like fish head. And every time they eat, they have to eat the fish head. So they are, and it's like he's saying it's consistent.
He's obsessive about it.
Yes.
Every food.
He's saying every food I have to have the head of the fish.
Oh, wow. So you have doing it frequently, obsessively. It's becoming an eating disorder. Does it mean that if I give you food without the head of a fish, you will not eat?
Well, so if the person will not eat,
then it becomes an eating disorder. You should be able to do away with something.
Okay.
Yes. If you are not able to do away with it, then we can classify that.
But I've seen that in quite a lot of people who, like, if it's like they say tilapia, like they want the head, like, but that is not eating disorder.
But are you always taking tilapia?
So he's saying that like every food that he has,
if every food
he has to eat the head of the fish.
Every food you have to buy or you buy the fish, right? So does that mean that if fish is not available, you are not going in for any other protein?
Let me read the message that's come. Someone saying, what about those of us that like chicken head? He says, I will only eat chicken provided it is full, so I can work on the head and eat.
So yes.
So he has an eating disorder, or it's an obsession.
So obsessively. So eating disorders comes with frequency, obsessive, compulsive. So if you're experiencing that when it comes to your eating habit, then you are gearing towards.
But fish, but chicken head, yeah, brah.
It's not nanke yes how. It's not nanke aje no na ye dia koye. Ya dia kobo nku na ye.
But that's what he's saying. Because I didn't know it was a thing. So someone said fish head, not saying chicken head.
So if you are doing it frequently, compulsively, obsessively, you are gearing towards a disorder. Meaning it's something you can never do away with.
This is serious. Anyway, join us with your comments as well on 0593932993. You're saying boy, SM creative. I'm just boy. 0593932993. That's our WhatsApp line. Listen, whatever it is that you are struggling with, Grace is here. Send us a message or send us a voice note about it. Someone is saying chicken head, someone is saying fish head, someone is saying there's fufu close to his office, so every day that he gets to the office, and and now it has become, so that's more like it has become a habit.
A habit. So I think Stewart, the 2020 defined eating disorder as a persistent disturbance of an eating behavior, which affects you, your physical health and your mental health.
Abner sends a message and says that I think I have an eating disorder because I can't live without chocolate. She's saying if I see it, I will buy it. If I buy it, I will eat it.
So you can do without it compulsively.
I say it's chocolate too.
And they are calories.
So it's not really about, let me like the type of food.
Whatever you are doing persistently and it's affecting your eating behavior, which in a way will affect you physically, mentally. That is your mental health, your physical health, your nutritional status, will tend to make you anemic, will result in certain medical conditions. It's a disorder.
But some of the things is like it has become part of your day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's something. It's difficult to notice it. You see, after explaining, people are coming out with several practices they've been doing because we've become accustomed to it.
Like we are used to it.
We are used to it.
Because if I was telling your boss the last time I came that if I were working at Tafo, there's some teacher joined there. Every day I'll go there. So it's something I used to eat long ago. So the day we came to Tafo, I said, "Oh, this one I have to pass there."
So you passed there.
Of course. But it's not. It's like that's like once in. That's my first time, like probably 5 or 6 years.
Oh, okay.
But if I work in Tafo, so it's like maybe somebody, works in a place and then there's this Wache or Gobe or whatever joint close by, and it has become part of their routine to stop by every time, and they can't go a day without it. Can that become a disorder?
Even if you travel, can't you go a day without it?
Well, maybe when they travel, they'll look for it where they are.
You get it. So we are just talking about how frequently you are doing it, excessively.
Can you get addicted to food?
You can. You cannot get addicted.
You can get addicted to food.
So there is this particular food, each and every day you have to take it. If you don't take it. So you see some of our mothers will be like,
yes, I hear that a lot. So those people are addicted to fufu, eh?
Yes. That's their love for fufu.
Yes, I hear it quite a lot. Like people who say, "Oh, if it's not fufu, I haven't eaten."
I've not eaten. But then what we are saying is, yes, you are obsessive about it. Frequently you take it. But then is it going to affect you? Is it affecting your mental health? Is it affecting your physical health?
Someone says, it's me and Wache. SM Creative Stitch House. It's me and Wache.
It's me and Wachi.
Like, Obi how if he doesn't eat wachi, no one to know.
So it's a whole lot. So you just don't say
That one. Me, I used to be like that. Even if I travel. One time, I think I put it on Facebook. I went to Takrady, or was it Elmina? And I put on Facebook that Charlie, does anybody know any wachi?
join around.
Yeah, because it had become something that if I don't eat wachi in the morning, I'm not okay. So I traveled and I was like, no, Charlie, I don't want to go and buy any wrong one. I said, no, Charlie, let me ask. And people gave me options. So the whole time I was there, I was just going to the options. And then I call. So I'm addicted to watching.
You're addicted to it. But then is it affecting you mentally?
Oh, no.
Is it affecting you your physical health?
I don't think so.
That's what we are looking at.
Okay. So
you can be addicted to something.
You can like it.
You can like
but
it.
if it doesn't affect your mental and physical health.
Yes, it's probably you are taking it and you are taking it excessively with regards to the large quantities and everything. And then the timing you are taking it. And then that is also giving you weight gain. Definitely you'll be worried about your weight gain. So mentally it's affecting you.
SM Creative comes and says he also traveled to Takrady. SM Takrady, wachi is not there. I was searching for a wachi joint. I ended up cooking one when I didn't find one close by. That's the thing. That's the thing.
So whichever thing you are taking excessively and then frequently.
0593932993. Someone wants to know that are there local terms, and I always ask this thing, are there local expressions for some of these conditions that she's talking about?
Hey, look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I always discuss with my mothers. Those HPT clients I see, I was like, when do you go to school? Man, I'm seeing you go to your food.
Yeah, and chemuchi.
Yeah, you better face money and come off.
Yeah, some more.
So getting a look at it, honestly.
But how would, let's say, a parent, you know, and I know I see this with adolescents a lot because
it's common with adolescents.
Yeah, I work with adolescents and teenagers, and especially those in the senior high schools, and I see it a lot that she's big and wants to lose weight. She's okay, but wants to have a flat tummy.
Yes,
okay, she's okay, but she wants to have a flat tummy. And then some too want to be slim, like kitty.
Size 0, that's what they call size 0. Size 6.
Yes, like they want to be slim, and then they would, you know, like their belts, they would tie it firmly around. How does a parent, how does an adult with a young person, how do you determine? Let's start with them, then we come up. How do you determine that this my child or this my niece or nephew is developing an eating disorder?
Okay. So first of all, once you're a parent, right, that means you've been with your child for quite a number of times. Probably you're staying with your child. So definitely you would notice that this my child is reducing weight. You will notice that the kind of food, the quantity of food my child used to take has reduced. You might talk about, when did you? You get it. Then you force the child to take. Immediately you force the child, the child still is losing weight uncontrollably, extremely. These are some of the signs you need to. And then most of these people too, they isolate themselves. Yeah.
Okay.
What they do is isolation. They do starve themselves. Yes.
Ondidi.
Okay. They have a preoccupation, body image.
But I mean, if you're a teenager, everybody goes through that, don't they?
I didn't go through that though.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, so the pressure from peers. I think whilst studying before this program, I saw a research study conducted by Doku and then others. It was conducted in one of the public universities in Ghana among undergrads. And then it was 1,101 students that took the exercise. And then you realize that it was, she said, 75 participants are experiencing eating disorder, represent 6.8. And then you could see the factors she mentioned was peer pressure.
Okay. All your peers are slim.
All your peers are slim.
Yes.
And so what they do is then they will go and buy these laxatives and pegatives, the slimming teas and all that.
Yeah.
So you tend to take it. Apart from the peers and all the financial issues.
Yeah.
You biane or slimmy biane. Always was slim you. Sometimes.
People had a slimming. Is that a result of pocketitis?
You get it.
It's true because a lady friend of mine said once that Dr. Jima me full flats and yes I'm a shadow or common at
no. So it's not like me panangas and slim than so looking healthy. Malnourished now,
okay. So some people can also be malnourished, and you think that's why come on? A listener sends a message saying that her teenage son says my teenage son has suddenly gotten into bodybuilding. He's 14 and wants to have muscles. So he wants to take protein shakes. He says, ask your guests. I'm worried, and what should I do about this?
So this is a typical example of peer pressure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because currently what is on the move is, the trend is 6 packs. So if you don't have a 6-pack as a teenage boy, you are not qualified. Or you don't fit into the system that we find ourselves, because most of the young girls come in looking for that built guys with flat tummy.
So you people are causing the problem.
We are causing the problem. Okay. And the men are also causing the ladies to have to see fear.
No comment. No comment.
So such a mother, what you do is that if actually your child wants to go into this bodybuilding, muscular something, what you can do is take your child, see a health professional. Let the dietitian plan a diet, which is going to make your child meet the daily caloric intake.
Okay.
You get it?
Okay.
Because one thing we forget is that when you are taking, as you are developing, your organs are also developing.
Okay.
So you are taking too much protein powders, whey protein and all that.
All those things.
Putting stress on your kidneys too. You get it? So let's see a registered dietitian and nutritionist plan the appropriate diet to meet the daily caloric, which is also going to help your child build that
muscle that they want. Emmanuel Lamte is saying that I have been eating once a day for a long time. Is it an eating disorder? Exactly. And how many times are we supposed to eat in a day?
It is like probably the formation 010.
But people have done 010. It has become part of them.
So that 010, that one, they combine the first 0 and then the last 0
into the one.
You get it?
So you eat heavy in the afternoon.
Thank you.
But some people have also done. For some people, it's not
a poor eating habit.
It's a poor eating habit.
Exactly.
For some, let's say they always skip breakfast. They skip breakfast, so
And
they always eat lunch and supper.
We all know the effects of skipping breakfast.
Me, I don't know.
Oh,
Honestly,
Dr. Jima.
Yes. Me, I don't know. Because me, I skip.
So you're corporate. That's why I say you don't know.
I'm speaking for all of us who don't like. I'm not a breakfast person.
You're not a breakfast person. Yes, we sometimes I don't know how you people define breakfast there. But then you see when you get a client who is suffering from PUD, gastritis, peptic ulcer, after seeing a doctor, immediately the doctor refers to see a dietitian. I always tell my client that yes, you might take the antacids, you might take the PPIs, you get it, the omeprazole, the Nexium, and all the antacids and all that. You might take them, but then when you are done taking them, if you don't go according to a proper eating plan, you go back to see the doctor again, and you start taking the drugs again. So the only way to solve stomach ulcer and all these issues is eating properly.
Okay.
You get it? So if you are not eating in the morning, right from research has shown that immediately after waking up from bed, so if you are waking up from at 6 a.m., by 8 a.m. you should get something into your tummy. You get it? And we are not saying that, fine, due to time
I'll
issues.
drink water.
Drink warm water. So why don't you make it into a beverage, a healthy beverage? Getting a decaf tea, probably a low-fat milk.
Okay.
You get it. Take it whilst going into work. If you can't sit down, you put it in a flask. Take it whilst in the car. You get
No,
it?
for me it was because I decided to stop drinking coffee. Like I actively decided to stop.
So you can take decaf. You get it. So skipping breakfast is not something we actually.
But there are people who have, like our listener, he has. I can't know. Let me say it that way.
I can't know, but we can do something about it. I usually get clients doing, I can't know.
So it's a problem.
It's
eh?
a problem.
You should not be eating once a day.
No.
How many times should you be eating a day?
Depending on your caloric intake, you get it. We mostly plan diets. We include what we do is 3 times daily: morning, afternoon, then evening. So breakfast, lunch, supper.
What should, you're a dietitian, what should the ideal breakfast be?
Okay. So we tell you, eat breakfast as a king.
Breakfast as a king.
Yes.
Now, unless I go to some hotel and go and do buffet.
No. So eating breakfast as a king in relation to the kind of job you are doing. So if you are working at a building site, don't go and take beverage that I mentioned.
So if you're doing heavy manual labor,
Exactly.
eat food that will give you enough energy to be able to do your work.
Exactly.
But if I'm not doing heavy manual work,
Exactly.
I'm going up and down, maybe I'm driving or I'm in my shop.
Exactly. So we plan a meal to suit the kind of work you are doing. So that's why I said before we come out with a plan, a lot of things goes into it.
Okay.
Yes, because the kind of job you are doing. Sometimes it's not like we want to know your income.
As a business and
Your business and same. We ask her to the same. We ask, are you married? Thank you. So sometimes when you are in a family setting, the kind of meal you prepare or the kind of meal you eat is different from someone who out. You get it? So if you are with children and then you are married, the kind of meal you prepare will determine whatever the family is going to eat also. You get it? So we ask all these things to help us come up with a plan that will suit you.
Okay, so let me read what, and thank you, Charles, for sending this, saying that I realized I was putting on weight, but I was eating all the right things. So it says my breakfast was oats with egg and sausage and 2 pieces of bread. I eat lunch at 1 p.m., latest by 2 p.m. My lunch is usually rice with fish. I don't even like meat. Then when I get home, I'll eat something small depending on what is available. But I realized that I was putting on weight. Now I'm confused, and now I eat. I like your word, haphazardly.
that was the word that came to mind.
He said now he eats haphazardly.
Okay. So
Because I'm doing all the right things.
It wasn't right.
Dema. He wasn't eating the right. But I'm eating.
You are eating oats.
Yes.
You are eating eggs.
Yes.
Was it fried?
I'm sure it's fried.
Thank you. Taking sausages at the same time.
So,
Probably was a white bread too.
Yes.
Then the milk was also probably a whole milk.
That's what they sell in the market.
Yes. Taking sugar also at the same time.
Yes.
So that morning, there was no vegetables.
Oh, but there's vegetable inside the egg.
Where do I?
In the egg.
Which was Friday. Probably it's 2-2. Now you do that.
Okay.
You get it. Then lunch too. If I got it right, it was rice.
Rice with
so
fish.
Probably a white rice.
Yes.
Okay. With fish.
With fish.
With
stew.
I didn't hear salad. I didn't hear vegetables. Then probably get to the supper time.
Supper time.
Take anything small.
Yeah.
So where small means what?
So maybe fufu is there, maybe yam is there, maybe
okay, so your small
is there, spaghetti is there.
Spaghetti is there. All these things, most of them are refined, processed. So if you really want to lose weight or go into a healthy diet as a gift for your listeners and viewers, okay, fine. One thing you should take into consideration is make sure all your meals are fiber rich. They are not refined.
I don't understand. That one, you're speaking technical language.
They are not refined as in, okay, it has more fiber.
The fiber is the bad.
In Tete.
You have gone to advanced tree. What is in Tete?
Okay, so a typical example, let's use your I think the one who sent a comment. So a typical example, oats. All right, so we can do oats. We can do low fat milk.
Low fat milk.
Or skimmed one.
Low fat milk and you do.
So your host says low fat milk and you do.
I'm saying it for everybody.
You're saying it for everybody.
Yeah.
And that's what my clients always say. And
yeah.
you do.
And you do.
But they then should be queen.
That's good. So low fat milk. Oats.
Low fat milk.
The oats doesn't matter what type it is or just any oat is oats.
So you need that one that has more fiber.
More fiber in it.
Yes, I don't want to mention any brand name.
Yes, okay, I get you. But
So
you should look out for oats that has more fiber. Okay.
Yes, we can think of wheat.
Wheat?
Yes, this really means Tom Brown.
Hey, wheat, me be acho.
You get from your host.
So oats, wheat,
Wheat,
Tom Brown. Okay.
That of corn porridge.
Okay.
Yes, and even the Hausa cocoa. My only issue is the ones they prepare by taking by sieving it. That's the ones outside. Yes, they prepare by sieving it.
Okay.
So if you can mill your own sorghum or millet and prepare it in the house without sieving.
Without sieving.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So morning, then you can take your beverages. But mostly I recommend the ones that has no caffeine.
So decaffeinated.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm off caffeine, so I'm fine.
Okay.
So decaffeinated stuff.
Decaffeinated stuff. So these breakfast meals, we are okay.
But then you talked about bread. You said white bread.
Yes, I told about. I think I am white bread, and then the tea bread they talked about, and that of the butter bread.
Which one should we? But we can eat them, right?
No. We will prefer Mrs. bread or wheat bread.
Which one?
Mrs.
That's Shenzi. Mixed seeds bread. Which one is that one?
Okay, so it's prepared by using different kinds of seeds.
Okay, sunflower seeds, chia seeds.
Yes.
Like they're in the bread.
Yeah, in the bread. And it's nice.
Hey.
It's nice. Very nice.
Or wheat bread.
And the wheat bread,
You know,
All those on the market.
there's proper wheat bread though.
There's proper wheat bread. Not those on the market that people see that.
So that one is not
And
proper
that's what
wheat
is not
bread.
wheat
then.
bread.
I remember there used to be proper wheat bread. When you're eating, you taste that it's sweet.
This is sweet.
But those ones are not common.
They are
Like
common.
you don't find it, as for the
They are
white
common,
bread.
eh?
Now you're driving on the street, they are
I
putting
will
it into
tell
your
you when
car.
I leave.
Like they will shove it in your face.
I
like
will
butter
tell you.
bread, sugar bread, tea.
I'll tell you those outlets you can find the proper one.
But tea bread is nice.
So it's nice.
But can't we eat just one slice?
Tea bread ones. You can take it.
Okay, all right.
Depending on if there are no underlying conditions we are dealing with. Okay. So you take your wheat bread, but then you add vegetable salad.
We add vegetable salad. What's a proper salad?
What's a proper salad?
Is it a Ghana salad? The one with the eggs and the big beans and the sardine and the corned beef and the lettuce with the cucumber and carrots. So that one is all salad be salad.
They're all salad, right?
All salad be salad.
All salad be salad.
So we can eat that one.
No.
Oh.
Thank you. So a proper salad. Appropriate.
What is an appropriate salad?
Appropriate salad. So we are going for the lettuce. Whether dandelion, you can add that one. Cucumber, carrots.
Okay.
Green beans.
Okay.
Spring onions. Any vegetable of your choice. Then, without the salad dressers.
Oh.
Yes, thank you.
Without the salad dressing.
Exactly. Even if you are going to add mayonnaise, we prefer you going for the low-fat mayonnaise.
Low-fat mayonnaise.
It's available.
Okay.
It's available.
Okay.
Yes. Then without the big beans and then that of the
sardine and the corned beef.
Yes. You can even add the sardine. What we do is we eat 1 tin of sardine. That's what we add to it, which is not appropriate. So we deal with quantity.
Okay.
Also. So if you are taking 1 piece.
1 piece of the sardine.
I'm okay with that.
That's okay.
Which is low sodium, because most of the sardines also on the market contains a lot of sodium. Salt.
But we don't know. When we see sardine color, red and is it silver B, then we pick it, then we go.
So what I do is, mostly you've taken some of them before, so you know that this particular one, I don't want to mention names, this particular one, salt.
It's salty.
Yes.
Okay.
You get it. So you don't take that one. Then we can go in for eggs.
Fried or boiled?
Boiled.
Okay.
So the boiled ones without yolk.
You take the yolk out?
Yes, you boil 2.
And take the yolk out.
So if you are taking that, you see the kind of meal I've described now is different from whatever the person was taking. Thank you.
But fried eggs are nice, so Grace.
That's the problem. But at a certain age, when you are clocking the 35, 40.
That's when we have money to chop now.
That's the issue. So when you are doing it, I see a proper dietitian. The reason why I use a proper dietitian is, or a proper nutritionist is, most of these online nutritionists, dietitians,
they are not certified.
Exactly.
They are not certified.
I saw a meal plan, and then that meal plan was to solve the issue of fibroid. And the person was asked to stop taking tomatoes, almost everything. And I was like, so what are you going to eat at all?
What are you going to eat? See, a proper certified, qualified dietitian.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll come to what you should be eating at lunch and what you should contain in a bit. It's 31 minutes past 9 o'clock here on 107.9 FM. We just have 30 minutes to go, so I'm going to open the phone lines now. You can call us on 0541 022 318, 0541 022 318. That's the number to call. Apologies for the lack of sound very early in the show, but it's been fixed by Oliver. So 0541 022 318. That's the number to call us if you've got any question to ask us this morning about eating disorders and actually how we should eat properly. Today, I hope you have a pen and paper. So that's breakfast. As for the caffeine part, okay, me, I have stopped, so I can. No, it was very difficult.
It's quite difficult
to stop drinking. For me, like coffee. I'll tell you my story after the show. Let me pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Morning. Pacha mo to say.
Nyame adom ye ho ye now so.
Enya ko pa no.
Yo,
Pacha. Why de ke menya ka no pe bia mo nye o. Program we.
Ka fry it me na pe bia but ye wa hama.
Oh, it's na me see all them the cross edition said menya de a na just ka it dia.
Yeah, that's it. But you give for free.
Me a friend Andy make us a few.
Okay, Andy, yes. But I think so you sent a message.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll respond to it. But what's in BCB with maybe, sir?
Some doctor can be there. Good. Here, pa. I mean, my back, my request, me person who doctor and Kazankafa. Into a mommy's time, any day, yeah, or wait him or tough because me take him all.
Okay.
Now, I mean, question me, Simon say, you know, a man of creation. O baby a peso ye kese. O baby a peso ye kese. If the doctor afutu be na o ma sa e ma no. For me dey with my little knowledge, the meaning so oba we kese a more especially when nimini wachi no. Affect okutu di na fe usisi. At o baby a peso mo ye kese. Say emu no mo no mo say dia ni no I don't know. You cry so meeting ko ye o moto. Anya ga di doctor afutu be na wo dey ba o. More especially so be baho fan any be ho na what say futu be na monye di men copper because me dey have
all right yeah, that's a pan Andy from Ohimase. Grace laughs more than I do. She's the only person I've met who laughs more than I do. 0541 022 318. Grace, Andy says, Obia peso ye kese. Oba bia peso ye kese.
That's all thing to say. Omo kese so omo kuna hwe. Have you not heard of that?
Yeah,
especially so oh really? Oba na ko wo abano. Wa anye kese a. Kromo.
Omo kuna show.
Ukran show. Hey,
but they're the same ones who come and later want to lose weight, isn't
exactly.
It?
That is when the husband has
seen Sisifia.
Exactly.
Please don't blame us in this one. Don't come and put the blame on us.
Okay, so with the issues regarding this weight gain and all that, it's really an issue. I think seeing during my practice as a dietitian, most of the cases I've seen is weight loss issues. But then I've also find these, just as he's saying, young girls, they really want to gain weight. So immediately you enter my office, and they are health professionals too.
Okay.
Immediately you enter my office, I want to gain weight.
Okay.
I take you through the assessment. If I find out that your BMI is within the normal range, I can't help you. I can't help you. Okay. So the target is a healthy weight.
A healthy weight.
A healthy weight.
Okay.
Which is within the BMI.
The BMI
normal range.
Okay.
So if you are not within the BMI normal range, that is when I'm going to do something about it.
But if you are within the normal BMI,
I can't help you. I just teach you whatever you're supposed to do to maintain that normal weight.
0541 022 318 0541 022 318. Let's come to lunch now, because now, I mean, we've talked about the disorders, but a lot of people are listening. They're like, they've been living with and eating disorders since. Like, not the big ones, not the binge and purge, not the starving. As for the starving, someone has sent me his personal confession, so I won't say anything. Yes, he said that, you see, as you age, you know, as a man, if you have a very sedentary lifestyle, or you're an office worker, you are the boss, you don't go around too much, you put on some small belly fat.
Sure.
And he was like, every time someone sees him, that's the first comment. Hey, boss, before I kiss you.
This guy have issues with these bad comments.
So he started starving himself. So he says that he wasn't eating breakfast, he wasn't eating lunch, and then he would eat supper. And he tried to exercise, but he realized that it was not helping him.
It won't help. It won't help.
Yeah, some more.
Gaining weight, yes, just as the man said, it has issues. Even as a female, most of last year I think I heard about heavyweight individuals, women, who were referred by doctors to come and see me. Weight loss is possible with diet and physical activity, but then we should. One thing we should remember is that it takes a longer period to achieve it. You didn't just put on weight within 1 week.
That's true.
So you don't expect the dietitian or the nutritionist to also work magic for you to lose weight within 1 week.
Okay, that's true.
So
that's
it
true.
works.
But it takes time.
It takes time.
Are people born naturally? I don't want to use the word fat, but are people born naturally big or naturally slim? Are there any like genetics to that?
Yes, genetically, there are people like
Even
that.
more hard, the whole house, everybody is big.
Exactly. So what you can do for the person is you plan a healthy meal for the person. You engage the person in a physical activity just for the person to be healthy. I hope you get what I mean.
Yeah. So the emphasis is on being healthy.
Being healthy.
Okay.
So
I
this
understand
client
you.
I'm talking about, he came to see us somewhere last year in August. Came with weight of 121 or something.
Wow.
121. Currently we are running at 107.
Okay. So it's going down gradually.
Exactly. And then she came with this stick, a help. You get it. But then when she was coming to see me this year, she wasn't with it. She was supposed to go for a surgery, but then the surgery has been taken off because of the weight loss. So you putting on weight, it really has an impact on your knees and then your bones and
Your
all
bones.
that.
So it's about you may be big, but it's about eating healthy. 0541 022318 0541 022318. Someone sends a message saying that in their house, and I like how he has put it, in our house. They say, I don't know, but so I can say no. I say in our house. He's saying the food that they prepare to eat. I said, Dr. Jima, it's not easy. So, there are some homes where it's like maybe, there are like 4 boys or 4, like they eat big meals together.
Okay, so
that's what he's describing.
So you see the reason why you mostly ask questions about are you married? Are you within a family setting? It helps us draw a plan for you.
Okay.
Yes, the kind of work you are doing. It helps us.
Okay.
Yes, because if you are in a kind of a family setting where it will definitely affect you.
Yeah.
So we devise a way to help you, though you are eating from them, with them, but then how are we going to do it to help you so that you don't gain that weight?
You don't gain that weight. 0541 022318 0541 022318. Some people are sending some very funny questions. I'll ask all of them for you. Don't worry. Don't worry, cry. I'll ask every. She's here. She's stuck here. Uncle baby. 0541 022318. So someone wants to know that in preparing food, does it really matter? Okay, let me pick this call, then we'll come back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is Isaac calling from Kokobin.
Yes, Isaac, kindly go ahead, please.
Okay. Please, I have one question. I'm a type of guy that I eat a lot. I can eat, in fact, sometimes I get scared of the amount of food I can eat in a day. And I don't even, no matter how much food I eat, if I drink that, I still have the appetite for the food, and I'm not I don't have weight. I'm very slim and tiny, and I don't know if that is eating disorder or something. And also, my second question is can the kind of work you do, like if you do heavy lifting, like construction worker, something that's more like demand more energy. If your job demands more energy from you, that can that also affect your habit of eating? Thank you.
All right, thank you very, very much. The people like you, Grace, they will eat. Ombedi be baby, someone you can see.
This is more.
Say, oh, we have high metabolism.
Yes, hypermetabolism.
Good morning to you, Cindy. The food that they will eat, like he's saying, he eats, and sometimes he himself is scared, but he usually is not gaining weight.
Okay.
What's up with those people?
So one, just as you said, hypermetabolism. Two, mentally, depending on the kind of work the person is doing. So we have this preoccupied or preconceived mindset that so I have to eat more. You get it? So you tend to take in more than what you are supposed to take.
Okay.
You get it? Depending on the kind of work you are doing. And then mostly, yes, some of the occupations and then professions demand a lot of energy.
Okay.
Which influence the kind of food that we take in.
Eat. Okay.
Thank you. But then in all these things, what we have to take notice is that whatever I am eating, am I doing it excessively? Am I doing it compulsively? Am I doing it frequently? The time period I am doing it. And then is it affecting me physically? Because such a person eating everything within the shortest period of time, is it affecting you health-wise? Are you gaining weight? If you are not gaining weight, have you checked your biochemical data?
Which one is the biochemical data?
Okay, so your lipid profiles, with regards to your cholesterol, your total cholesterol, your triglycerides, and then HDL and all that, are they within reach? You get it? So that's why I'm saying that you might see someone, you might think the person is fat, but then probably is muscular.
Okay.
Not that fat.
It's not the fat.
Yes. And then you might see someone who is very slim and thin, just as the doctor told me. But then after performing all these chemistries, you realize that the one who is thin or slim has high total cholesterol, high LDL, high triglycerides, as compared to the one who is muscular. You get it? So whoever called, my best advice to that person is see a dietitian.
See a qualified dietitian.
Qualified dietitian, a qualified nutritionist. Let's go through all the nutrition care process, assess you anthropometrically, biochemically, take your diet history, look at your socioculture and then your environment, then plan a befitting diet for you.
It takes time, right?
It takes time.
Okay, like the process of consultation takes time.
If I'm trying to consult someone, I can take like 40 to 45 minutes. Depending. Some of the clients, when they come, they are in a hurry. You get it? Okay, that's it. But some of them, they're engaged. They want to tell you everything. They want to pour out their emotions. You get it? Probably a person has said a bad comment about the weight.
0541 022 318 0541 022 318. That's the number to call if you've got any questions, my guest this morning, on what you've heard. 0541 022 318. That's the number to call if you've got any questions for my guest. Because, the eating disorders are there. And then there are the bad eating habits. Anyway, let me pick this call and get back to you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from, please. Hello, good morning. Okay, line is dead. 0541-022-318. Someone asked the question earlier that is it when you are cooking, like let's say you've used oil to fry fish, you see, then that bad thing that you people do, you don't throw the oil away. You don't throw the oil away, then use that same oil to maybe fry maybe yam. So it's asking that it's repeated use of oils a factor in terms of like the amount of calories the amount of weight somebody gains, because it's being used for different things.
I would say is it influences your weight gain. But then what I would say with regards to the repeated use of oils is what we call hydrogenated. I don't know whether how do I go about it. So repeated use of oils, what it does is that the nutrients with which you use for the first one is turning into something toxic.
In the oil that you've left there.
Yes. So the first day you are using, and one thing, what happens is that because we pour a lot, we use large quantities. When we are throwing it away or pouring it away,
yeah.
So mostly what we advise is that use the quantity
that you need. Okay.
You get it. So after frying your fish or your, I wouldn't even say fry your meat because I don't advise that. So I'm frying your fish. Yes. If you use the small quantity, you can use it in preparing your stew. And then after that, you can skim it off. But then you don't use that one for fish. And then the following week, you use the same one for fish again. And then you'll be using it for frying ripe plantain.
They are recycling the oil.
So I wouldn't say, but it becomes toxic. And it's not good for the body.
Okay.
For our health.
Okay.
But then what influences our weight gain when it comes to oils is the quantity we are using. And that's where you get comments like, maybe you use sunflower, you use soya bean oil, you use canola oil, thinking that, oh, we're not the chain, there are no other oils that you no. It's wrong.
Hold that thought, I'm coming. Let me take this call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, thanks for joining us on the Health Lounge. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
I'm Priscilla.
Okay, Priscilla, kindly go ahead.
Okay. So please, I want to ask also that we don't like veggies, and we are getting what are we
Can you please come again? You're not too clear.
Okay. I said that we don't like veggies.
Okay. You don't like veggies?
Yes. What can we do?
Okay, thank you very much for your call. Grace. She doesn't like veggies.
She doesn't like veggies.
What can she do? She doesn't like veggies.
At all.
Pet.
Okay.
There's some people who don't like when they see the vegetables, they'll take their time and remove it back off the food.
Yes, I've seen clients like that.
Yeah, there are people who don't like
most
veggies.
of them, they prefer to blend it too. I've also seen clients who prefer to blend their vegetables.
Easy or say pet veggies.
Okay.
Zero.
But then you're taking soups, right?
And
Stews. They are also vegetables used in preparing them.
But you are saying we should eat salad.
We should eat salad.
Yeah.
So if you are not taking your vegetables in the morning, make sure that whatever you are taking in the morning, if I'm taking the oats with my skimmed milk in the morning, probably I have my wheat, a slice or 2 slices of wheat bread in the morning. I've taken that, right? Then I can add my eggs, boiled one without the yolk.
Okay.
You get it. Then you can do your fruits. You get it. We can do fruits. Blend them. Smoothies. We can take that. So that's where we are getting our micronutrients from. And with regards to blending the vegetables in the preparation of stews and soups too, you can do that to get your micronutrient. One thing we have to take into consideration about eating healthy is we shouldn't be much concerned about, yes, sometimes appearance is key, but then we should be more concerned about the nutrients in the food. So if I'm getting my micronutrient by taking these blended smoothies, fruits, that is fine.
Okay.
You get it? If I'm blending my vegetables and adding them to my stews and soups, I'm getting my micronutrients.
Okay, so it's not just about it's not just about probably eating like the vegetable.
No.
It's okay. All right. So it's a good thing.
It depends on how the person is preparing it. There are different ways of getting vegetables done. That would be quite appetizing. Exactly. So it's not just the vegetables we mentioned. We have coleslaw available. We have sauteed vegetables available. You can poach it. You get it? So probably you don't like it taking it raw. But then we can have a method of cooking that we can prepare the vegetables with, which will be appetizing, which will be attractive.
Okay. I think that is where the challenge mainly lies. I think the challenge mainly lies in
the method of cooking,
making the vegetables look appealing. And that's why people would go for the salad dressings that are sweet.
There are various methods of cooking.
Okay. 0541022318. We'll only pick one more call before we run out of the studio. 0541022318. Someone says, please, I'm slim, but I have a high LDL. What should I eat to reduce it?
So a typical example of whatever I was saying.
Is it what?
A typical example of what I was saying. The person is slim,
yes,
but has a high LDL.
Yeah.
Someone might be muscular.
Yes, some may be big and not have a high LDL.
Thank you.
But what can he eat to reduce it? Or he has to come for consultation.
Exactly.
Okay, so if you're listening, you have to. It's not these things. You don't solve them on the radio. Go and let's go through the lab. You see, and when you go and see a dietitian, cannot correct.
God bless you.
Speak the truth. When they ask you about what you are eating, don't look at the fine
and
face.
The quantity.
The fine face of the woman. Then so when you put you are too beautiful. The fine face of the woman, and then instead of saying that I eat a big bowl, I say, oh, me make it too heavy. We all know you are lying. You speak the truth. Because I know people are not honest when they come and see you. It's not their fault too. It's not their fault. Being honest about knowing what you're doing that is not helping you is difficult.
It's true.
Let's take this final call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, doctor.
Yes. Your name and where you're calling? Okay, kindly go ahead, Papa.
Patrol, this is a person they can't home. In fact, yeah, Damasi, the media moody. Mana, much ethnic name you be what the young so. You beat me at that is na enemy at Yaminshiramu. Yet the Yesukua and Moye no Yanko school Santino no bad they are near the penny people and swap for another idea could be I putting it down. Yaminshiramu. Now the person can say any party we are here. My life here once in the Biaba. Sikano Pepper now name quine for to be any so. And two days car Freddy dinner the Mimiti we you say we be Mimi scanner, me share Adetia, me share weather environment no, and san my home system no, and no the other midi. Into me need to midi we Adetia, me share system no, and no other change the other midi. Into we are some my young share musu ye, now you know ya, you need giving ya, doctor. Yamida, Yamishra,
Papa Yamisha. Papa, see your show than now. Her system now. No decided to be. But there are people like that too.
Exactly.
They just decide, Charlie, the sun is shining, and then when they mean phobia medio.
No pay. I say the way they are in you,
But should we be eating like that?
Should you be eating that? This whole thing, looking at weather and determining whatever you are eating, whatever you are going to eat. What matters is the type of food I am eating.
The type of food.
The quantity I am taking.
The quantity.
You get it. The time, the quantity. And then the timing.
The timing.
Because if you are taking this fufu as late as 11 p.m. as we discussed earlier, because of the weather, it's not appropriate.
Okay.
And then consider the variety too. Dietary diversity. Yes.
Yeah. Make sure that the food is diverse. Should we be eating in plates or bowls?
Depending on the kind of food you are eating. Because if I say go and eat fufu in a plate, it's not appropriate.
But there's some people too that all their utensils are bowls.
Oh.
Into
So if you
let me pick this call and then we wrap up. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, I can hear you. Kindly go ahead.
For us to eat benku and soup or pepper.
Can you reduce the volume of your radio set and come again?
I'm not even close to the radio, but I don't know why.
Okay, kindly go ahead. You said in the morning, is it?
For instance, please, can I call back?
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. We're running out of time, so go ahead.
Okay, I would like to ask: is it necessary for us to take breakfast in the morning like tea or oat or some brown or cocoa?
Okay.
Or benku in the morning, then in the afternoon we take something like vegetables, and then a snack in the evening. Okay. Right now I'm enjoying my benku with pepper and sundae. So is it good for me?
All right. So she's asking a question to justify what is in front of her. She's justifying what she's eating this morning
right now. Okay. So do you know something?
Tell
Immediately
me.
after the banku, what's the next activity?
So what's the whole?
Thank you.
And also or call up and down kakrebi.
Or up and down and I say banku no baby na share so no other.
And also.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So whatever you are taking in, apart from considering the timing, the type, the quantity, that it should be varied, is it appropriate at that time?
Oh, that's a way there. All the nurses in Ghana Health Service and Confirmation and the rest are all guilty. Early morning kinky sharp.
Hey, because nurse no call 1 is to 12 patients to say day.
And then they okay.
You get it?
Okay, so if you are doing like energy demanding work,
you can take that.
You can take something heavy.
In the morning.
Okay.
For your activity. Then in the afternoon, probably will still be in.
But like she's saying, in the afternoon, so she's eating heavy in the morning. Can she eat light in the afternoon?
Then supper she will do what?
Maybe supper she will eat lighter or she will eat heavier. So
you should shift the supper, which might also be heavier too. Lunch, depending on the activity.
If I ate banku in the morning,
so you might not be hungry then, so you can take fruits. You get it?
Okay.
Then lunch, supper, you can do your vegetables. You get it?
Which 5 vegetables would you recommend? Looking at the fact that people don't have money.
5 vegetables. Number 1, the free and then the bonus one from God, dandelion. Exactly.
Okay.
Dandelion. Onions. Tomatoes.
Okay. Tomatoes. Cucumbers.
I've mentioned
4.
Carrot.
Okay. So those ones there you can like they are affordable. Okay. Those who want to do the kiwi and the beetroot and the dragon fruit and those things.
That's my friends in the V8 and then the Highlanders, Land Cruisers.
Okay.
Yes.
The lady who calls since eating the banku, she says she's working so hard at the shop. Please.
Working so hard. So the banku might be with only pepper, no vegetables.
Hey, in the banku to do vegetables.
So you can add onions, tomatoes, then carrot, cucumbers. You saute a bit.
Okay.
Then you add them to it.
So she's added them to it. I think everybody needs to see a dietitian.
Everybody needs a dietitian.
Even though there are not many, we'll track them down. Everybody needs to see a dietitian. Everybody needs to see a dietitian. Because Oliver sitting here, he doesn't even know what sauteed vegetables is.
He has a question.
My IT production guy says question. When is he going and ask her? We've run out of time. It's 2 minutes past 10 o'clock here on the Orange Heartland Kumasi. I noticed that people have learned a lot. The text messages that are coming are plenty. But I think the good thing is that, so, Grace, how do people find you? How do people find you?
So, the first place to locate me is from Tafo Government Hospital.
Okay.
Diet therapy unit.
Okay.
And that's how you can locate me. My contact.
People should come to Tafo.
Yes.
Government Hospital.
Yes.
There is the diet therapy unit.
I think when you get to Tafo Government Hospital, you ask for RD Adom.
What?
RD Adom.
RD Adom.
Yes.
Okay. What is that?
Registered dietitian.
So please, when you go to Tafo Hospital, ask that you want to see the dietitian. Don't say you want to see a nutritionist. Say you want to see a dietitian. They will direct you to. She has a very cute office. Let me use that expression. A cute office. And they will ask you all the questions, do all the labs they're supposed to do, and help you. I think if you know, like you know yourself, right? You know yourself. You know what challenges you may have and what you're experiencing. See a dietitian. See a dietitian. Do you have any shout outs, any hellos, any byes?
Hello to the Mashanti Regional Nutritionist, Mamia Konedu.
Yes, Mamia.
Thank you very much. God bless you. To my boss, RD Daniel, obviously currently in Accra.
Okay.
To my nutritionist, Isaac Koku Dechi.
Okay.
And then Angela Boatuma.
All right.
And to my able interns, thank you very much.
All right.
Past interns too, thank you. To my dad, Reverend Peter Boamah, my mom, my siblings, Obed, Priscilla, Ephraim, all that.
All right.
Mavis. Thank you very much.
Great. And that brings us to the end of another show. This has been the Orange House Lounge. My guest is certified registered dietitian Grace Boamah. She works out of the Tafo Government Hospital. And of course, I'm on your radio every Saturday from 8 to 10 a.m. My name is Dr. Kwesi Jima. I've been here with Oliver, show produced by Davina. Next week, we'll be here for another exciting conversation. Enjoy your Saturday. Bye.